Hey, it's great to be with you again today. Have you ever felt like you're inadequate, like you don't amount to much, like nothing you say matters, nothing you do can make a difference, that God could never work in your life and use you to help others or to speak or to be involved in a ministry? And sometimes, well, we get down on ourselves, right? In the Old Testament, Samuel is moved by God to go to the town of Bethlehem. And God says, I want you to go there and I want you to find the new king of Israel. And he goes and he finds this guy named Jesse, and Jesse has all these sons. And so he says, hey, we're going to sit down, we're going to have this meal, and I want your sons to come to me, and I'm going to anoint them with oil and look at them and check them out. And Jesse's like, oh, okay, cool. So he brings his first son, and Samuel looks at him. He's like, wow, this guy looks awesome, right? He's a big, tall kid. He's a good-looking kid. He's muscular. And all of a sudden, God whispers in Samuel's ear. He said, nope, it's not him. And Samuel's thinking, what do you mean? He looks awesome. And God says to him, hey, listen, don't look at his appearance or his height or how strong he is. You see, because man looks at physical appearance, but God looks at the heart. And so Jesse has each of his sons come up before Samuel. Samuel looks at him and is like, nope, not the guy, not the guy, not the guy. 7 of them come. And Samuel looks at Jesse and goes like, who's left? I mean, you don't have any sons left, do you? And Jesse says, yeah, I got one out in the fields. He's just a little guy. I mean, he's watching the sheep. And Samuel says, send for him. And this little kid comes running in. He's got red cheeks and he's got, messed up hair. And he's like, hey, how's everybody? And Samuel looks at him. He says, oh my gosh, this is it. This is the guy. And he says, I'm going to anoint your head with oil. And you are going to ascend to be the king of Israel. And that little boy was David. And David became one of the greatest kings in the history of Israel. He united the 12 tribes, and he united the nation under God. Now, David made lots of mistakes, but David was known as a man after God's own heart. So when we start to feel like we can't amount to much, when we don't think we add up to be anything that God could use, we need to look at our hearts. How does our heart look? How does our heart look to God? Because if God sees our heart and we have a heart for God, we chase after God, we want to be used by God, we want to be in a relationship with God, God can certainly do something with us. May God continue to pour out his grace, mercy, and blessings on each and every one of us until we get to meet again. Amen? Amen.